So I was desperate, and I did what any sister would do in this situation. This is my only sibling. I started knocking down doors, I started making phone calls, I started calling politicians. I was pulling my hair out. I was trying to figure out what we could do. So what we did, well, what I did, miraculously enough, is I started to talk about it online. And thousands of people started to organize behind me. And we called them Eric's Twitter Army. It was the most amazing thing I'd ever seen. And with Eric's Twitter Army, people started to help me. They put pressure on the politicians. Overnight, Governor Gibbons of the state of Nevada called me and said, wow, I got 300 emails yesterday. What's going on here? I know something's happening. So we got my brother's Medicare expedited. At the same time, people started to rally, they started to fundraise, celebrities started paying attention, and we had Trent Reznor from 9 Inch Nails contact us and say, I want to help, I want to get involved. Again, complete stranger. All these people online, complete strangers. He helped raise almost $1 million in days. So here we are, now we have my brother's Medicare. We have almost $1 million. It was a really exciting time. We were very hopeful. We were talking about the future. We were talking about my brother marrying his girlfriend. We were talking about my brother being able to walk again, walk his dog, do things that simple things that you and I might enjoy, that my brother couldn't do anymore under the age of 30 because his illness had progressed. So I called UCLA Medical Center and I said, we're all set. We're ready to go. And do you want to know what they said to me?
Yes.
They said, you need supplemental insurance.
What?
You also need supplemental insurance. Now the rub is that you can't get supplemental insurance if you have a pre-existing medical condition. So we were right back to square one. We were right back to square one, and I pulled out the phone book and I called every transplant center I could. And finally there was one that would take my brother with Medicare and no supplemental insurance. So they transported my brother. And again, we were very hopeful, we were really excited. We thought everything was going to be okay. So many doors had opened, there were so many miracles. We thought we were going to have a happy ending. But we got there, and the doctors said, you are here 2 years too late.
Oh, whoa.
What?
Had Eric been admitted to our transplant facility 2 years ago, this wouldn't be as difficult as it's going to be, and you are at the bottom of the hill looking up. This is going to be very difficult. But regardless, we didn't give up hope. My mother and I were in the hospital with my brother 24/7. We had our routines. We would sing songs and pray. We prayed a lot. God probably got sick of hearing from me in those days. And in the end, the doctors were right, and it was too late. It was too late. And it's the reason why I'm here today, because I cannot fathom seeing another family go through what we did. Because the truth is my brother didn't die because of limits to our knowledge or technology, because as I said, doctors know how to fix this.
Right.
There are heart transplants. My brother died because he was repetitively denied insurance from an industry that profited more than $2.5 billion last year. The CEO of Aetna made $24 million last year.
Boo!
How is that right? Is that right?
It's not right!
It is unconscionable. It is unconscionable. So the day that my brother died, I was with him, I was by his bedside, and I made a couple promises to him. I told him that I would take care of my mom, and that I would take care of his dog, and I told him that I would do everything within my own power to make sure that nobody ever suffered like he did. So I've been trying to fulfill those promises, and I've been spending a lot of time in Washington talking to lawmakers, spending time with people like you guys, fighting for what is right. I've set up a website called Eric's Law, which is a symbolic law, basically asks for health care with a public option that would end the discrimination of pre-existing conditions and the end of insurance policy rescissions. Please log on if you can. It's ericslaw.com and sign the petition. And I've also been working with other families who found themselves in similar situations. I'm happy to announce that I've been working with Sean Seaman, who's 33. He needs a heart transplant. He has insurance through Aetna, and they have denied him for his transplant.
Because of pre-existing conditions.
He got sick and a virus attacked his heart, and they're saying that it's Sean's fault and they won't cover his transplant.
This is incredible.
They do this.
So Aetna will not cover him. Sean right now is surviving on donated oxygen for the next 30 days. We just donated the money to transport him to a hospital in Utah. So we're praying that he's going to be okay. But the bottom line is, there are many Seans and there are many Erics out there.
We need to stop that now. We need to stop the abuse now.
Now. And not everybody is going to have an advocate who's going to be able to do what I did. I was a member of the media. I understood which channels I needed to access. Think about all the people in this country who don't have those resources. You know, it's the reason why I fight, and I hope that you guys continue to fight along with me.
Yeah!
Yes!
Thank you. Keep fighting for what is right. Please remember, we are human lives, not bottom lines. Say it with me. We're human lives,
not bottom lines.
Keep fighting for equality and health care for all. Thank you.
Healthcare now!
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Healthcare now! 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 Healthcare now!
So as we all know, there are thousands and thousands of Erics out there right now. There are people, Veronica's trying to help some of them right now. There are thousands of families like hers that are going through this terrible process. And if we abandon healthcare reform now, we are abandoning these people. And we can't let that happen.